Hey everyone, welcome back. So in this video, we're going to create a reset page. So back to VS Code. Inside the pages folder, I'm going to create a new folder here, reset. And inside this reset folder, I'm going to create a new file, index.js. And inside this folder, another file inside array brackets, token.js. And both of these are going to be React components. So the route for this index.js inside reset folder is going to be base URL slash and then reset. And for this token right here, it is going to be base URL slash reset. And then we are going to have the token inside the query. So we can have anything here 1, 2, 3, and we are going to receive this value inside the query. If I import use router here, and let's initialize this. And inside the return statement, I'm going to return router.query.token. So if you do not know why I'm adding the token, I will recommend you to watch the dynamic pages video again. I explained this all inside that video. And save this and save this one. I'm going to remove this, otherwise it is going to show an error. So now if I go to my localhost server and I'm going to click on this forgot password, this is a reset page. And now you can see we get this reset page on our route localhost. This is a base URL and then slash reset. And if I add here after reset slash, and let's add any number here. And here you get this value from the URL inside a query string. So this slash reset and the token value is going to be the page when the user clicks from the link inside the email. So if you remember, if I go back to the API, reset, and inside here, our href for this anchor tag is slash base URL slash reset and the token. So this page is going to be for when the user clicks from the email. This page is going to load, and when the user submits for the request, this page is going to be there. And if I go to the layout, this is the simple layout. We're going to have a message here, an input field and a button. So I'm just going to copy this layout. I'm not going to waste time to create this layout. First of all, let's import some components from Semantic UI React. Inside this, we're going to need form, button, message, and a segment. And we're going to need base URL. Also, we're going to need our catch errors function. Also, we're going to need Axios. To make the request to the API. So now inside the component, we're going to have state for email and set email. So this email state is going to be the value for the input, and we're going to have an error message state. Use state is going to be null. And then we're going to have a state of email checked and set email checked. By default, it is going to be false. And we're going to have a loading state, and set loading use state is going to be false. And inside the return statement, I'm going to remove this div, and I'm going to copy the layout for this return statement. We have the state right here, email checked. So when the email checked is equals to true, we're going to show this message, and otherwise we are showing this message right here. And then we have a form, loading is set to the loading state. On submit, we are going to create a function for this. An error when error message is not equals to null. This message will only be shown when there is an error message. And after this, we have this input right here. And we have the on change to set email e.target.value. And I'm sure you have seen this layout previously in all of those videos. That's why I'm not wasting time to create this again and again. So now let's create this function, reset password. const reset password, async function, and we're going to receive the event inside this. So again, e dot prevent default, and after this set loading to true. Let's add some space here. And inside try catch, if there is any error, I'm going to call the set error message and call in the catch errors and pass in the error here. So this will return us the message. And after the catch block, I'm going to set the loading to false. And now inside the try block, await axios.post base URL /API/reset. And inside the body, we are going to send in the email, the state. So after this request is made successfully, we are going to call the set email checked and we are going to set it to true. And also I'm going to create a use effect here. Make sure if the auto import doesn't work to import it yourself. And this is going to be when error message changes. So if error message is not equals to null, then we are going to set a timeout to set the error message back to null. After maybe 5 seconds, you can change the value if you want. So now let's work on this token page right here. I'm going to copy these import statements here and paste it. So now inside this, we're going to have again some states, new password and set new password. Use state, make sure the auto import works. Inside this object, field 1, it is going to be empty strings, and field 2, empty strings. So we are going to have two inputs here, and const field 1 and field 2, new password. So here again we are going to have a loading state and set loading. Use state is going to be false, and const success and set success. Use state is going to be false, and also an error state. Let's create it right here. Error message and set error message. Use state null. So again I'm going to copy the use effect from here to check the error message if it changes. So now for the return statement, again I'm going to copy the layout. Let's remove this div. So again here we are checking if success, that means the password was reset successfully. We are showing this message, otherwise we are showing this message right here. So we are going to show this form. Inside this we are going to create the reset password function again. And we have to create this handle change. So let's create that. Const handle change event. So again we're going to need our name and value from e.target and set new password previous, and we're going to return an object from here. Spread the previous and the name is equals to value. So again a simple handle change function like we have. And after this, we have again an input. This is going to be for field 2. And after that, divider. And we have a button. If field 1 is equals to empty strings, or field 2 is equals to empty strings, or if it is loading, it is going to be disabled. So now let's create this reset password. I'm going to minimize these. Const reset password. Async. And we're going to receive the event here. e.prevent default, and inside again try catch. Before try block, set loading to true, and after the catch block, set the loading back to false. And if there is any error, again I'm going to set the error message, call in the catch errors, pass in the error. Now inside the try block, first of all we're going to check if field 1 not equals to field 2. This basically means that both the passwords do not match. We're going to return and we're going to set the error message, passwords do not match. And then after this, we're going to await axios.post base URL /API/reset. Let's add the token here. And inside the body, the password is going to be field1. And we have the token. It is going to be router.query.token. And if the request is successful, set success to true. So now if I go to my localhost server and let it reset, I think I forgot to import the use effect. And forgot to import the divider. So this is our page when there is a token inside the URL. I'm going to remove this and go to the reset page. So this is the page for resetting the password. Now before we start testing it, what I'm going to do is create a profile with my own email address. So before I've created all the profiles with random emails. So to send the email, we need a genuine email. So what I'm going to do is go to the sign up. So inside this, we're going to sign up with a new user. Name, I'm going to use sahajsingh351@gmail.com. So this is just my email address I got from my friend. This is just for testing purposes. And username, anything you can type. And if I click on the sign up and the profile is signed up, and if I go to the clusters, click on collections, and if I go to the users, we have a user right here, the new one. Log out and go to this forgot password for the email address. So now if I go to my email and refresh, and you can see we get an email right here. And hey Sahaj, there was a request for password reset. So we added the first name here and we get the text. This token is valid for only 1 hour. And we get the via sendgrid.net. And when I click on this, we get the localhost 3000 base URL /reset. And this is our token right here. And now if I go back, previously I added the password 123456. Now I'm going to add 789456. And here too, and reset. And you can see we get the password reset successful and log in again. So now if I log in with my old password, 123456, invalid credentials, and the new one, we are logged in. So this is all for this video. I will see you in the next one.